Do you ever feel stuck in the same old routine? Work, eat, sleep, and repeat. And you can't remember the last time you weren't exhausted and drained. It's a never ending loop that's sucking the life out of you. But let me tell you, you are not alone in feeling this way. The thought of making a change can be overwhelming and scary. But what if I told you there were 5 key things that I learned to help me break free, even without a backup plan? Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Kutch and welcome back to my channel. I have been where you are. I used to be trapped in this soul-crushing routine just like you. Salary coming at the month end can feel like an addiction, keeping us stuck in a life that we are truly not happy with, right? But recently, I did something big. I quit my 9 to 5 job without having another job lined up. Some people might think that's crazy, especially in today's economy. But before you judge, let me explain. Today, I'm here to share my story and show you how you can take control of your life and design a future that you love. So let's get started with the video. Lesson number 1. Big city, new job and a fresh start. Sounds amazing, right? Everything was going okay at first. But slowly, the excitement turned into something else entirely. The work started creeping into every corner of my life. Emails, messages, calls, even at home at midnight 2 a.m. My mind was constantly around the work. For a while, I convinced myself that it was okay. I told myself that everyone feels a little stressed at new job. But the truth was the stress wasn't temporary. And it was building like a pressure cooker. And sure, there were good times. I learned some valuable skills and met amazing people and even grew professionally in the past 2 years. But as the time went by, the good couldn't outweigh the bad. I just had to evaluate how good is the good and how bad is the bad. And I have realized that the bad part was too much for me to take. And the worst part was this job impacted my health both physically and mentally. The constant pressure led to skyrocketing anxiety. I felt burnt out, constantly exhausted and very anxious all the time. And this resulted in me getting into hospital a lot of times. That's when I finally questioned, what was I sacrificing my well-being for and for what? When I look back now, there were clear warning signs that I ignored. And these were the 5 red flags that were screaming at me to get out. Work-life balance was a joke. I was never truly off and the constant pressure led to burnt out. The initial spark that I had vanished. I wasn't learning or growing anymore. The work that I was doing felt meaningless to me. The stress took a toll on my physical and mental health. My anxiety went crazy and my health suffered a lot. And that was a wake-up call. Deep down, my gut was telling me that something was wrong. But the fear that I had held me back. The company's culture clashed with my core values. And I wasn't aligned with the bigger picture. These red flags were my turning point and I knew that I had to prioritize my well-being and find a job that wouldn't steal my life. Now, moving on to the next important aspect, let's discuss how I've taken this decision. Society tells us that quitting is for weak, but hear me out. I was literally shivering when I put my papers down. The second I walked out of the doors, I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders and I finally could breathe again. Sure, I could have stayed stuck and pretending everything was fine, but deep down I knew I was miserable. It was scary to trust my gut and my intuition and quit. But let me tell you, it was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. I have understood that quitting doesn't make you weak. It takes guts to admit that you're unhappy and change your course. Listen, your gut is there for a reason. And if your current path seems wrong for you, then listen to that feeling. And sometimes you gotta forge your own path even if it's scary. Maybe that means a complete career change. Or maybe it's just knowing when to move for your own sanity. Now what do you think helped me take that decision? First, let's talk about the job market. Let's face it, things are tough out there. People are getting laid off and fired left, right and center. And the whole thing can feel super stressful. When I quit, the fear of never finding a job was terrifying. I spent sleepless nights worrying about my bills and rent and how I'm gonna pay for all of my expenses. Quitting without a backup plan sounds crazy, right? But not if you have a plan B in the bank. For the past 3 years, I religiously saved 40% of my income and made sure that I had an emergency fund at least for 6 months. And this gave me freedom for me to take that leap and quit without even worrying about the immediate income. It's like having a safety net that gives you peace of mind no matter what life throws at you. While financial security is important, but don't underestimate the emotional roller coaster you might experience. Even though I had enough money in my bank, the doubt crept in. You know that voice in your head that whispers, what ifs? What if I run out of money? And what if I can't get a new job? But guess what? When I finally took the leap, something amazing happened. I realized I was braver than I thought I was. There's a saying that I remember: weak people worry before and strong people worry after. And this time I chose strength. I learned to trust myself and believe I could handle whatever came my way. This decision wasn't easy, but it was totally worth it. So you guys know I'm all about support system in your corner. And I feel like it's a secret weapon of life. Seriously, picture this. You're chasing your dream of starting that new business you've always talked about. Maybe it means quitting your job. Whatever your dreams are, wouldn't it be nice to have people cheering you on, wiping your tears and always celebrating your victories? For me, my personal superhero is my sister. She was there for me whenever I was feeling overwhelmed with doubt and reminding me of my talents and celebrating my success every single time. What more could I have asked for in my life? Here is the thing, life is gonna get very messy, but with right people by your side, you can weather any storm. So tell me in the comments who's your biggest supporter in your life. Let's celebrate these amazing people who always have our backs. So, summing up, taking a break or quitting doesn't have to be that scary. It can be a chance to rediscover yourself and what truly matters, just like I did. Remember, as Maya Angelou said, "Still I rise." You have the power to rise above your circumstances and create a life that fulfills you. And this journey won't look the same for everyone. Whether you decide to take a break or transition into your new career or find more joy with your current role, prioritize your well-being. It's your life and you deserve to feel fulfilled and happy. Now, take a deep breath with me. And know that you're not alone in this journey. If you're feeling stuck, use this as a sign to start exploring options. There's a path that's waiting for you, one that brings you purpose and joy in your life. Now, let me know in the comment section of what will your first step be in this journey. My step was starting a YouTube channel and working towards my goal, which is 1000 subscribers. If you really enjoy watching my videos, consider subscribing because that will help me reach my goal. And before you go, thank you so much for joining today and see you in my next video. Bye-bye.